Hey, so I'm out here doing my data collection, and as you can see, we have our LiDAR sensor already set up over here, bubble over there that I use to do all the angles, and we have our laser shining on my target of interest, which is a grill behind my apartment. So just a little bit about the grill. As you can see, it's black, so it's a little hard to see the laser at times, especially once the angle kind of changes. So just a real quick demonstration of that is, so once it goes over there, it's like really hard to see the laser. So I had to, in the code for data collection, I just had to mess around with some of the shutter time, the shutter speed. And so once I could start to kind of really bring the laser out. A little bit more about the kind of environment that we're dealing with is, so we got a street light right there, especially all these other, because it's behind the apartments, a lot of kids are staying up late, so we got some noise from there. And then again, over here, we have another street light. So overall, there's a good deal amount of noise that's going to be kind of making it a little bit harder to collect data, but something that as long as we keep in mind, we can kind of handle a little bit on the analysis side as we remove noise in different ways. We can discuss that later. But so during the actual data collection phase, we head over to my laptop, and so we're going to be running the Pi data collection. So all it is we run that there, and it's going to ask us to prompt the angle. So right now it was set to about 5 degrees, and so when we type our angle in here, we quickly we hit enter, and tells us to confirm the angle, and eventually it's going to take a picture and store it in a folder that I specified. But while that's running, we can kind of talk about my folder structure. So over here, we have all the different folders I made. And so we have images back, front, left, right. So all the 4 sides of the grill that I think are required to make the 3D point cloud complete. And so the one we just took there was going to go in images front, and we can see it took the 5 degrees out of here. And so in the interest of time, I already did all my data collection, and so we have all the pictures I took off the front side here, and would have the same thing in all the other folders. And so another important thing that I was doing during the data collection phase that would make it a little bit easier in the analysis phase is I've been using this tape measure over here to kind of measure different distances from the grill to my setup, which I think will be helpful later when I'm removing noise. So for example, I know the distance from my setup to the target right now is 6 feet. So if I do, plus or minus 2 feet on the other side, any Z values that are greater or less than that, we want to remove right away because it's most likely just noise. So by that, this would allow us to kind of collect good data and take characteristics that I think would be helpful in analysis. So I'll see you guys later for the analysis portion.